Well, President Trump's budget cuts sparked financial chaos here in Nashville. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 5. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Metro leaders don't know how much federal funding they will have. Same for Vanderbilt, which is planning $250 million in budget cuts. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry has more on the potential impacts to Nashville.
This is unprecedented. People keep talking about how these are extraordinary times. This is a critical time in our country's history.
Nashville's government, nonprofits, and hospitals are bracing for budget cuts as the Trump administration cuts federal funding.
It's a hurricane of destruction.
In some cases, Nashville already won federal funding for projects, but the government is pulling it back anyways.
I am worried that loss of access to funds we have legal rights to is quantifiably impactful for the city.
Today, Mayor Freddie O'Connell shared his concern about possibly losing $14 million in grants for electric vehicle charging stations and a transportation safety project between downtown and East Nashville.
These are grants that were authorized by Congress, appropriated by Congress, signed into law by the president, and subject to grant contracts.
Metro asked a judge this week to block some of the federal cuts.
It's up to us to prove that we have a likelihood of success on the merits. We believe we can prove that.
Vanderbilt University Medical Center is also bracing for a budget cut of $250 million. A representative with the hospital tells me they plan to reduce research operating costs, pause the hiring of most research positions, but will maintain the hiring of frontline medical staff.
Any pause in that pipeline, including having a pause in researchers that are thinking about how do you translate really basic science into impacting people's lives, is going to disrupt being able to translate these potential life-saving innovations.
Meanwhile, the Tennessee Justice Center tells me in addition to cuts to their nonprofit, they're worried about whether Medicaid will be impacted.
In our state, half the children depend upon Medicaid, take care, half of the births, half of the children. There's not a whole lot of fat to be cut.
In Nashville, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
For now, the mayor and his team are working to reassess the city's budgetary needs moving forward.